Welcome to AI in Action, where we explore how AI is transforming industries. And today we're diving deep into SmartForge, a revolutionary tool
Oh, wow.
developed by ForgeAI that's changing the factory floor, as we know it.
Um, what's really fascinating about SmartForge is how it combines artificial intelligence with the Internet of Things, or IoT as it's known, to tackle some pretty major challenges that manufacturers have been grappling with for years.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah,
Okay, so what exactly are we talking about here? Can you break down the Internet of Things part for us?
sure. Imagine a factory where every single piece of equipment, every machine, every sensor is connected and constantly feeding data about its performance. That's essentially the Internet of Things.
So we're talking about real-time data on everything from inventory levels to energy consumption, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's about giving the factory a nervous system almost. And then AI comes in to actually make sense of all this data.
Okay, that's where the AI part comes in.
Yeah, so SmartForge uses machine learning algorithms, which basically means the system learns from the data that it collects. It's constantly refining its understanding of how the factory operates.
So it's not just collecting data. It's actually getting smarter over time, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
But how does all of this translate into actual benefits for manufacturers? What's the big aha moment here?
Well, imagine factories that operate with almost zero waste. Think about production lines that are humming along at peak efficiency and maintenance issues that are, predicted and addressed even before they occur.
I mean, that sounds almost like a dream come true. But is this really happening?
Yeah.
Are there companies out there that are actually seeing these results with SmartForge?
Absolutely, yeah. There's a leading automotive manufacturer who implemented SmartForge, and within just 6 months, they saw a 12% reduction in their defect rate.
Hmm.
They also had a 10% increase in their overall production output.
Wow, 12% fewer defects. I mean, that's huge. It sounds like SmartForge is really delivering on its promise of a more efficient and sustainable manufacturing process, which is incredible. I'm curious, though, about the cost. I mean, this all sounds very high tech. What kind of investment are we talking about for companies to adopt a system like this?
That's a great question. It's important to remember that while there is an initial investment, the return on investment can be significant. So the cost savings that come from reduced waste, the increased productivity, the predictive maintenance, they can all very quickly offset those initial expenses.
So it's an investment that essentially pays for itself over time.
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. And beyond just the financial benefits, what about the environmental impact? We hear a lot about sustainability these days. How does SmartForge actually contribute to that?
Well, sustainability is a core benefit of SmartForge. It optimizes resource utilization and minimizes waste. So that directly reduces the environmental footprint of the manufacturing process.
Give me an example.
Sure. So, by predicting maintenance needs, SmartForge helps companies avoid any unnecessary downtime, which then reduces energy consumption.
It's crazy how AI can impact something like energy use in a factory. That's amazing.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot about efficiency and sustainability, which are super important. But what about the people? How does SmartForge actually impact the workforce in these factories?
Right. That's a key consideration. While, yes, some routine tasks might become automated, SmartForge primarily empowers workers by providing them with, real-time insights and decision-making tools.
So instead of replacing jobs, it's more about enhancing human capabilities.
Yeah, exactly. Workers are able to focus on higher level tasks, things like problem solving, process improvement, and collaboration.
It's like giving workers superpowers.
Yeah, you could say that.
With data and insights at their fingertips.
Yeah. It's about creating a more collaborative and dynamic work environment. Humans and AI can work together to achieve the best results.
I mean, it all sounds incredibly promising, I have to say that. But I'm sure, there are challenges as well. There are potential downsides to all of this.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that we need to be mindful of as AI becomes, more prevalent in manufacturing?
Uh, One of the key considerations, I think, is making sure that the benefits of AI are being distributed equitably. We need to make sure that smaller manufacturers, they have access to these technologies,
That's a good point.
and that the workforce is also being properly prepared for, the evolving demands of the industry.
So it's not just about the technology itself, it's about how we implement it, right?
Yeah.
Responsibly and inclusively. What about data privacy? I mean, with all these sensors collecting data, how do we make sure that all that sensitive information is protected?
Data security is absolutely paramount. SmartForge actually incorporates things like robust encryption and anonymization techniques to protect that sensitive information.
So there are built-in safeguards?
Yeah, but additionally, I think we need clear guidelines and regulations that govern the collection, storage, and use of all this manufacturing data.
So it's a combination of technical safeguards and ethical considerations to make sure that AI is being implemented responsibly.
Yeah.
This is fascinating stuff, really. And for our listeners who want to learn more about this exciting world of AI and its impact on various industries, we highly recommend following
Oh, yeah.
at AI for the People on social media. They offer some really fantastic insights, and they keep you up to date on all the latest developments. You'll find it worthwhile, I guarantee.
It's a great resource, yeah, for anyone who's interested in the transformative power of AI.
It really is. I'm already picturing these factories of the future running so smoothly, efficiently, and sustainably.
Yeah.
But what's your vision for the future of manufacturing in this age of AI? What are some other possibilities that get you really excited?
I think I envision a future where AI doesn't just optimize existing processes, but actually drives innovation. It enables us to design and manufacture, entirely new products and materials with unprecedented precision and efficiency.
So like a world where we can create personalized goods on demand and minimize waste
Right.
and cater to individual needs. That would be revolutionary.
Exactly.
But okay, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's bring it back to the present.
Okay.
How is SmartForge already making waves today? What are some of the key features that make this technology so unique?
One of the, I think, really key differentiators for SmartForge is its ability to adapt to the specific needs of each manufacturing environment. So it doesn't rely on a one-size-fits-all approach.
Oh.
It learns and evolves based on the unique characteristics of each factory.
Oh, okay. So it's like a custom-tailored AI solution for each manufacturer.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's incredible. And what about, the user experience? How easy is it for workers to actually interact with the system?
Right.
Is this all about complex algorithms and data analysis, or is there a human-friendly interface?
SmartForge actually has a really intuitive interface that was designed for ease of use. Workers can easily access real-time data visualizations, receive alerts, and interact with the system through, simple commands.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like SmartForge strikes a balance between sophisticated AI capabilities and user-friendliness.
Yeah.
Which is, really crucial for widespread adoption.
Absolutely, yeah. The goal is to empower workers, not overwhelm them with, complexity.
Right, right. Okay, so we've talked about how SmartForge works, its impact on efficiency and sustainability, and we've even, touched on the ethical considerations. But what about the unexpected stuff? What are some of the surprising challenges that have come up as companies are implementing this technology?
One challenge that comes to mind that I think is interesting is really the importance of data quality. So for SmartForge to be effective, it needs accurate, reliable data coming from the factory floor. And this sort of highlights the need for robust data collection and validation processes.
So garbage in, garbage out, even for AI.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. So data hygiene is key.
Yes, it's not just about having data. It's about having good data. Another key takeaway that I think is important is the need for ongoing collaboration between, AI experts and those domain experts in manufacturing.
It's not just like you said it and forget it.
No.
You really need that human expertise.
Right, right. It's really a partnership, I think, between human intelligence and artificial intelligence.
A partnership. I like that. Well, this has been a truly insightful look into the world of AI-powered manufacturing. We've covered so much ground, but you know what? There's still so much more to explore. After a short break, we'll continue our deep dive into SmartForge. We're going to be examining its impact on specific industries and looking ahead at what the future holds for AI in manufacturing, so stay tuned. Welcome back to AI in Action. We're continuing our deep dive into SmartForge, and you've painted this really vivid picture of how this technology works. But I'm curious about the real-world applications. How is it actually being used in specific industries? Can you give us some examples?
Oh, absolutely. One area where SmartForge is really making a huge impact is the automotive industry. So imagine a production line where you've got robots working side by side with human workers, all guided by AI-powered insights.
Okay.
SmartForge can help optimize every step of the process, from welding and painting to assembly and quality control.
So it's not just about making cars faster, it's about making them better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fewer defects, higher quality, which ultimately leads to a better experience for the consumer.
Right, right. And it's not just limited to automotive, right? I mean, I imagine we're seeing SmartForge being used in like other industries as well.
Yeah, for sure. We're seeing it adopted in lots of different sectors like electronics manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, even food production.
Wow, that's pretty diverse.
Yeah,
I mean, it seems like any industry that relies on, complex manufacturing processes could potentially benefit from this technology.
that's right. The basic principles of, data-driven optimization and predictive maintenance, they can really be applied across a wide range of manufacturing environments.
It's fascinating how AI is kind of like bridging the gap between all these different industries.
Yeah.
Finding that common ground in this pursuit of efficiency and innovation.
It really is, and that's what I find so exciting about this field. We're constantly discovering these new ways to apply AI to solve real-world problems.
And speaking of solving problems, we've focused a lot on the positive impact of SmartForge, which is great.
Yeah.
But what about the challenges? Are there any industries where like the implementation of AI in manufacturing has been particularly difficult or they faced, some unexpected hurdles?
Yeah, that's a great question. One industry that comes to mind that's had some, unique challenges is highly customized manufacturing.
Okay.
So that's where products are often made to order with, very specific requirements. In these cases, the AI has to be able to adapt to a wide range of variables, handle all these complex configurations.
So it's not just about like optimizing a standard process. You really have to tailor the AI to like handle these constantly changing parameters.
Exactly. Yeah. That requires a much higher level of sophistication, I think, in the AI algorithm.
Sure.
And it requires, close collaboration between AI experts and, the engineers and designers who really understand the nuances of the products.
It's like teaching the AI to be creative in a way, right?
Yeah.
To think outside the box and come up with solutions for like all these unique and ever-changing challenges.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It definitely highlights the importance of human expertise in the, development and deployment of all these AI systems.
Mhm. This all sounds really promising, but I can't help but wonder about the long-term implications. You know, what does the future hold for AI in
Yeah.
manufacturing? I mean, are we going to see like factories that are fully automated, running entirely on algorithms and robots?
Yeah. Well, I think while full automation is certainly a possibility in some scenarios, like maybe in very highly controlled environments,
Sure.
I really believe that the future of manufacturing lies in this collaborative model where humans and AI are working together, each leveraging their unique strengths.
Okay, so it's not about replacing human workers, but rather about creating this more symbiotic relationship between humans and machines.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. AI can handle the repetitive tasks, analyze these huge amounts of data,
Sure.
identify patterns that humans might miss, but humans bring that creativity, that critical thinking, that ability to adapt to, unforeseen circumstances.
Right. It's like a partnership where AI can actually enhance those human capabilities, allowing people to really focus on the tasks that require those unique cognitive abilities.
Absolutely. And as AI continues to evolve, I think we can expect to see even more sophisticated forms of collaboration, with AI systems becoming more intuitive, more responsive to human input.
That's exciting. It raises an interesting question, though, right? As AI becomes, more and more integrated into this manufacturing process, what skills will be most valuable for the human workforce? What kind of training and education do people need to thrive in this new era of manufacturing?
That's a really crucial consideration. I think we'll definitely see, an increased demand for skills related to data analysis, AI programming, system integration.
Okay.
But what will be just as important, if not more so, are those soft skills, things like critical thinking, problem solving, communication.
It's about finding that balance
Yeah.
between, technical expertise and being able to think creatively,
Yeah.
adapt to change.
Exactly. Yeah, and it highlights the need for, educational institutions and training programs to really keep pace with the evolving demands of the industry. We need to be equipping workers with the skills they need to succeed in this new landscape.
So the future of manufacturing, it sounds like, it's going to require a workforce that is, technically savvy, but also adaptable,
Yeah.
able to work alongside these AI systems while also bringing their own unique, human perspective to the table.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah. It
Mhm.
really underscores the importance of investing in education and training to make sure that the benefits of AI are shared widely
Right.
and that everyone has the opportunity to participate in this exciting new era of manufacturing.
I love that. Well, this has been, such a fascinating discussion about the present and future of AI in manufacturing.
Yeah.
I've covered a lot of ground from the specific applications of SmartForge to, the broader implications for the workforce and the industry as a whole.
Hmm.
But before we wrap up, I want to touch on something that's been on my mind. We've talked a lot about the benefits of AI,
Mm.
in terms of efficiency and productivity, which is great.
Yeah.
But what about the potential downsides? Like,
Yeah.
are there any risks or ethical considerations that we need to be mindful of as we, embrace this technology?
You're absolutely right. I think it's crucial that we approach AI implementation with, a critical and thoughtful lens.
Yeah.
One potential risk is the concentration of power and control in the hands of, just a few large tech companies. We need to make sure that AI technologies are being developed and deployed in a way that benefits society as a whole, not just a select few.
So it's about making sure that AI is a force for good, not just a tool for profit.
Exactly. And that requires careful consideration of ethical principles, things like fairness, transparency, accountability.
So how do we actually mitigate those risks? How do we ensure that AI is being used responsibly, specifically in the manufacturing sector?
Well, I think one really important step is to foster this, open dialogue and collaboration between industry leaders, policymakers, and ethicists.
Yeah.
We need to establish these clear guidelines and regulations that really govern the development and use of AI in manufacturing.
It's not just about the technology itself.
No,
It's about creating that framework for responsible innovation.
exactly. And that includes, investing in research and development that actually focuses on those ethical considerations,
Yeah.
as well as educating the workforce about, the potential implications of AI.
It's a multifaceted challenge
Right.
that really does require a collaborative approach. I'm optimistic, though. I think by working together, we can harness the power of AI for good, creating a future of manufacturing that's both innovative and ethical.
I share your optimism, yeah. I think the key is to approach AI with a sense of responsibility
Mm,
and a commitment to ensuring that it truly benefits all of humanity.
that's a great point. This has been such an insightful and thought-provoking discussion.
Yeah, it has.
We've covered so much, but you know what? There's still so much more to explore. After a short break, we'll delve even deeper into the world of SmartForge and its impact on the future of manufacturing, so stay tuned. Welcome back to AI in Action. It's amazing to think about how far we've come in such a short time. Just a few years ago, the idea of AI-powered factories seemed like something out of, like, science fiction,
Yeah.
And now we're talking about the ethical implications of AI adoption on a large scale.
It really is remarkable, yeah. I think it speaks to how quickly technology is advancing, and it underscores how important it is to stay informed and engaged in these conversations.
I completely agree, yeah. We can't just kind of sit back and let technology shape our world without actively, participating in the discussion. But at the end of the day, I think it's crucial to remember that AI is a tool, right?
Yeah.
It's up to us to decide how we use it, how we implement it.
Absolutely, yeah. AI has the potential to solve like some of the world's most pressing challenges,
Mhm.
but it definitely comes with risks. We need to be mindful of those risks and work together to make sure that AI is being used for good.
It's a balancing act for sure. But I'm optimistic that we could strike that balance and create a future where AI is actually enhancing our lives in meaningful ways.
I am too. I think the key is to approach AI with a sense of curiosity, a willingness to learn, and a commitment to ethical principles.
Those are great guiding principles for sure for navigating this new technological landscape.
Yeah.
And for our listeners who are, eager to learn more about AI and its implications, I think it's worth repeating that at AI for the People
Mm.
on social media is a fantastic resource.
Oh, yeah. It's a great resource for anyone who wants to stay informed and engaged in the AI revolution.
Absolutely. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into AI and manufacturing. I hope you found this discussion informative, inspiring, and thought-provoking.
It's been a pleasure.
And for all our listeners out there, we encourage you to continue exploring the the possibilities of AI. Imagine the future that we can create together. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep innovating.